Hello and welcome to Off the Bench, proudly brought to you by GRV. Make sure you get your tab bets on for tomorrow night's Shepparton Cup Heats featuring Victoria's fastest greyhounds. We have a massive show, as we do every week. Ros Lanigan will join us a little bit later on to summarise some results from last weekend. Look forward to some results this coming weekend. We have a fantastic feature story about the GRV Club Challenge involving one club that got the most amount of money that we're able to win, thanks to Pickers and my collective efforts. So we have a look at that a little bit later on. We've got Country Racing Victoria Wheel and, of course, the odds for the Brownlow and the upcoming games this weekend, thanks to William Hill Online Betting. Great to have this man. He is a premiership, and not a premiership, he is a best and fairest winner. Sorry, Pickers, fraudulent slip with the Cats. A great career in his own right, now managing some of the biggest names in AFL footy. Pickers, welcome to you.
Good to be here, Swanner. No premierships for me. I did have one at Store Footy Club back in 1987, but that was it. No, I didn't have one at the AFL level. You got one of those, but no, I missed out. But it is great. I mean, I love September, and finals are on our doorstep, as we know.
I don't know. You follow country footy reasonably well. You've got a bent towards your area of Stawell and that area, but I don't know if you followed in the Warrnambool and District leagues on the weekend. Dave Hughes is a mad Old Collegians fan from Dennington, which is just on the outskirts heading to Port Fairy of Warrnambool. Undefeated, and they were going for undefeated season and premiers. And guess what happened?
Well, they obviously would have won.
No, they got rolled. No, they got rolled by this little country town with great spirit that is Nirranda, and it's great to have Shane Quick, who's the co-coach of that particular footy club, joining us on the program tonight. Shano, Hughesy's absolutely filthy, but you couldn't care less. Well done.
Not at all. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
I'll tell you what, Shane, 5th to 1st, you just made the finals. That was a massive, mighty achievement.
Look, it was an amazing effort during the year. We just took over sort of coaching club, myself and Shane Threlfall as joint coaches. They haven't made finals for 17 years, since their last flag in 99. So just that development stage and trying to build and work towards, flag was probably that early on goal, but to just make it in the last couple of rounds into the finals and then take all before us was just an amazing dream, really.
And you got away to a flyer, and that's always the key when you get away to a good start. You get an early goal, and you got that and kept the momentum rolling in a pretty tight game, I must say.
Look, it was a very low-scoring affair, but we knew that being grand final, our game plan to implement was going to be high pressure, so maybe it wasn't going to be a pretty game, but it just it worked out well.
Well, have a look at this now. Look at your best players, and I see a Couch there. I see M. Couch. Now, I believe that's Paul, the great Paul Couch, who was a Scottish Stewart medal winner, of course. The Brownlow medalist's nephew, I believe, Mitch Couch, which was a fair effort.
Yeah, Mitch, he was a sensational player. He's played on the half-back flank, and the Couch genes, I suppose. His brother Nathan also plays on the side, so great country boys, local kids. Great to see him do well for the club.
And Boggy Creek Pub, I reckon, would have got a bit of a run, Swatty.
They're doing renovations now. It got absolutely torched on the weekend.
I think they're still there now.
Exactly.
There's the road to the grand final. And you were saying before we came on tonight that Collegians got you a couple of times during the year. But you also mentioned you realised with what the Bulldogs were able to do against West Coast in foreign territory gave you a little bit of confidence with regards to, well, the underdog, providing we play well, can cause an upset.
Well, I suppose as a coach you're looking for those elements of inspiration and trying to instill that team belief going into finals, especially grand final. So the Doggies' execution of just that underdog threw everything at them and ended up with a fantastic win over there in the West was just a great example pre-game to use for our guys, coming from where we did and with that underdog status, and to implement something if we all bought into it and executed it well. The amount of pressure that we could bring was certainly going to, give us that edge needed.
Now, was that William Reid Oval?
That is the Reid Oval.
That was the Reid Oval.
Yep, Reid Oval, yep.
So, I mean, it must be good to get on the big ground, because obviously that suited your coaching style and the way you play, because it looks like a decent crowd there too.
It was a fantastic crowd for the day, and I would say we had probably 3/4 of the crowd cheering. I think with the little country club status that we had, a lot of the other clubs also, maybe that emotional barracking for us, hoping that we could overcome the favourite.
Yeah, it's terrific, good conditions. There you go, final siren. So some reasonably happy celebrations, but this is
young Couchy.
There's Mitch Couch there now.
What about the arm artwork?
That's how they roll nowadays, Pickers.
Tell you what, they would have let it belt out in the team song, I would have thought as well, Swatter. But what a fabulous achievement. Have a listen to the boys.
times do you reckon did that get belted out on Saturday night?
Oh, countless, well over 100.
I'm led to believe the boys are on a footy trip to Adelaide. You're obviously not going.
Extend the celebrations would be fairly week long. No, too long for me though.
Hey, it's a great story. Commiserations to the Old Collegians Football Club. But in grand finals, there's generally one winner and one loser. And on this particular occasion, it's the first time you've won a grand final since 1999. Congratulations. Enjoy the celebrations, and we look forward to what Nirranda can do in 2017.
No worries, Swatter.
And before we let you go, we're going to give you a little token of our appreciation. It's a $100 voucher thanks to the St Goliath clothing, combining street trends and easy-to-wear styles. It'll look good walking down the main street of Nirranda too, Shane. Trust me. Available at Myra and Edge clothing stores nationally. And Pickers, what have we also got?
Don't forget the double pass to the Denny Ute Muster as well, because, Shana, you got that to go home too. And take that up there. There's some very, very nice performers. I think Keith Urban's doing his best stuff. Shannon Nolan and the like. So a couple of tickets to that as well. So well done. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much.
There we go. Shane Quick joining us from the Nirranda Footy Club, September 30, October 1. That's a Denny Ute Muster. Log on to dennyutemuster.com.au to get your tickets. Hey, Pickers, we've introduced our new partner this year, late in the season. We bring out the big guns for the finals, and that is the Hotondo Homes Goal of the Week in country footy. Hotondo Homes, build your dream home today. Who's our nomination?
Well, it's Mitch Patton from the Leopold Football Club. He kicked 2 snags for Leopold, and it's a beauty too. Have a look at this one. He does a bit of Jake Stringer. He shakes off one. Yep. And then, of course, like Jake, doesn't look at anything but the sausages and goes bang from 50 down there at Cat Park. So he kicked 2 goals, as I say, and they got him into the grand final, which is tomorrow against St Mary's. And they'll go in as underdogs, but I think they can win their first flag, and they've never won one in the Geelong Footy League, so that's a fantastic performance. Yep,
well done, Mitch. Good luck to your team on the weekend. Hotondo Homes, build your dream home today. Visit hotondo.com.au. When we come back, Ros Lanigan, she'll take us right around the state with the state wrap. Thanks, Shane, Pickers and Swatter and Ros coming up next off the bench, thanks to the GRV. Welcome back to Off the Bench, proudly brought to you by GRV. Make sure you get your tab bets on for tomorrow night's Shepparton Cup Heats featuring Victoria's fastest greyhounds if you're in the area. OK, time now to head around the state. As we introduce every week Country Footy's First Lady. No one knows country footy in Victoria better than this lady. Ros Lanigan, welcome to you.
Thank you. Good to be here. It's the big 2 weekends. Last weekend, a lot of grand finals. This weekend, a lot of grand finals. So.
Where do we start from?
Big smile, Rosie.
Yeah.
We want to see you smile.
Oh,
like you're under a bit of pressure.
I'm
around to the finals.
We're
going to start off in the Colac and District Football League, where Birregurra were victorious in the grand final over South Colac. Birregurra went in hot favourites, but it did take until the last quarter for them to shake off South Colac and claim just their 5th flag since they joined the Colac League 49 years ago. So very slim pickings for the Saints. It was a real seesaw, this one. Birregurra held a 2-goal advantage at the first break. South Colac was 2 points ahead at half-time. Then it was Birregurra by a goal at 3/4 time, but in the end it was the Saints who got the job done. Their coach Ben Bosley kicked the sealer in the last term to get them over the line. Christian Kelly booted 3 and Glenn Darragh was best on ground. Now Birregurra had actually lost 3 grand finals in the past 8 years, and they won the 2011 flag, so it has been a real period of dominance for them, that's for sure. Okay, we'll head to the Ovens and King Football League. That was a 3-peat for the Glenrowan Cali Tigers, beating Tarawinji by 10 goals, a fairly one-sided grand final up there at Wangaratta. Cali Tigers held Tarawinji to just 1 goal in the first quarter and just 2 goals after half-time, so it was a very dominant performance. In comparison, Glenrowan slammed home 6 goals to 1 in the premiership quarter and made it look pretty easy in the end. Halfback Luke Fox was best on ground. Jordan Hanstead slotted a match-high 5 goals. Now, looking back, it's really hard to believe that Glenrowan in 2012, so 4 years ago, went through the season without a win and losing by an average margin of 150 points. Since then, they've won 3 in the trap.
Which is
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Yep. We'll head down to Gippsland, my favourite part of the world.
East
the East Gippsland Football League Grand Final, where Lindenow were victorious over Paynesville, yes, the Cats. Now, I mentioned last week there was a real shock that Lindenow lost the second semi-final. Well, they got back on track and got the job done pretty easily against Paynesville in the big dance, 37 points there. There wasn't much in it at half-time. Lindenow led by 6 points, but the Gulls had kicked 3-10 in the first half, and bad kicking is bad football. So they've certainly had their chances. Michael Preston kicked a match-high 4 goals. And we mentioned a few weeks ago, Lindenow South won the Omeo and District Grand Final. So we've had Lindenow and Lindenow South win their premierships within a few weeks of each other. And those two townships have a combined population of 900 people. And they've won 2 flags. So that's a really good effort from the people in Lindenow
Absolutely.
and Lindenow South.
I've been to Lindenow, as I said, I think last week, when Favola came and played on a lone game, kicked 16 for Lindenow, so I have seen them before.
Doesn't muck around when he gets out
Does
there.
not muck around.
And in the North Gippsland Football League Grand Final, it was Sale City winning easily over Hayfield after losing the second semi-final to Hayfield. So they've avenged that loss. It was 53 points in the end, a real clinical takedown, this one. The writing was on the wall pretty early. The Bulldogs kicked 2 goals to none in the first quarter and 5 goals to 1 in the second, which had them 40 points ahead at half-time, and they were never headed from there. Sale City co-captain Jake Schuback, who you might remember played a handful of games for Adelaide back in the early 2000s, yep. Pretty short bloke. He was best of field. And
short bloke.
One of my old high school classmates, Justin McClay, played really well as well. And Ty Morrison kicked 5 goals, which is a huge effort in a grand final. That was the 4th grand final loss in a row for Hayfield, so that really hurts. Now, 17 country footy grand finals will be held around the state this weekend. 17.
Let's fly through
Let's go.
Pick one out each.
Central Murray Football League, Crane chasing its 5th consecutive flag. 9 West hasn't won one since 2001, 15 years. The next one is North Central Footy League, Charlton versus Witchy-Proof Narraport. Charlton has lost the past 3 North Central Grand Finals by 12 points, 1 point and 8 points. Surely it's bloody their turn.
No, it is. And Taddyuna win the Nirranda District as well, by the way.
In the next one, I'm going to have a look at Mildura versus Oyen United in the Sunraysia Footy League Grand Final. Mildura chasing its first flag since 2007. Oyen United, on the other hand, only joined the competition this year when the Mallee League wound up at the end of last year. So that'll be a remarkable effort if they pinch a flag in their first season in the Sunraysia Football League. And we have a look at the Sunday games now.
Albury and Lavington.
Yeah, that's a huge one. I think Albury will pretty much get the job done there. In the Maryborough Castlemaine District Footy League, Carisbrook versus Navarre. Now, it's the 3rd year in a row those two teams have met on grand final day. Navarre chasing its 4th consecutive premiership. The Grasshoppers,
the Hoppers will win that.
They haven't been as dominant this year as they have in the past.
They'll win.
But I think it'll be their day again.
I'd say they'll win.
You will?
Go. I'm going to Navarre win.
Okay.
And I reckon Lavington, I know no one's tipping it, Albury have been dominant. I think Lavington, Cozzy will kick 9 or 10. There you go. I'm going out on a limb. Big Cos to be the match winner.
You'd be the only
on
one in the
leg.
world, I reckon, picking Lavington this weekend.
Okay.
Not to put any pressure on Cozzy, mate. If you don't kick 9, your team don't win. So good luck.
He's got to kick
Simple
9.
as that. Simple maths.
What about, and fantastic, Ros, great wrap-up of the games played and the games to be played. What about the GRV news?
Yes, well, as you have mentioned throughout the show, Swatter, the Group 2 Shepparton Cup heats will be held tomorrow night. Now, let's have a look. These are my favourites from some of the heats.
Great.
Zipping Arnold, the winner of last Sunday's Healesville Cup, which we spoke around last week. On the straight track there. In Heat 3, we have Jezelenko.
Yup.
You just help me out every time. One of the fastest greyhounds going around at the moment. Heat 4, Zambora Brocky is regarded as Australia's number one greyhound at the moment. And in Heat 5, got to get back that he is the reigning Shepparton Cup winner who'll be returning to defend his title. Now, the Shepparton Cup final will be the following Saturday night, so the 24th of September, and they'll have the AFL preliminary final on a giant screen there, so you can go and watch the Dogs and watch the footy at the same time.
Well, I think personally Zambora Brocky will be really hard to hold out in the heat. Oh, she'll win her heat.
For Anthony Asparty, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a flying machine.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Also, in other greyhound news, I just want to run through this one. There'll be greyhounds appearing at the Royal Melbourne Show, which actually starts tomorrow, guys. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
Along.
So if you are heading in to the show, be sure to go and say hello to the greyhounds. They'll be at the Channel 7 Family Fun Pavilion, and there'll be plenty of information on how you can adopt a greyhound as a pet and how great they are as pets as well.
Absolutely. Well done, Ros. Comprehensive as ever. You're going to stick around, and when we do come back, we've actually got a great feature story about one club that's benefited from the GRV Club Challenge, and I think we may actually just run over our former tipster picks because the old Spud Gun man really let us down during the course of the season.
He did.
All right, we've got to take a break. A great feature story, Ros, Pickers and Swatter, with plenty more still to come. Welcome back to the show, proudly brought to you by GRV. Make sure you get your tab bets on for tomorrow night's Shepparton Cup heats. Ros, you're sticking around, and now I know why, according to the rundown. We hand it to you. Please take it away.
Oh, look, thanks for having me again. As you remember, guys, we recently sent a cheque to Warrnambool Football Club for $2,250 as part of our GRV Club Challenge. Well, last week I headed up to Mildura to visit the Saints training to see how the money would be used. It was this race at Warrnambool last month that helped the Warrnambool Saints to their $2,250 win in the GRV Club Challenge. The Saints were rewarded for their 20-game winning streak, which became 23 games by the end of the home and away season in the Millewa Football League based around Mildura.
Oh, look, as long as I've known, it's been a culture. We've had a really strong culture, and you know, the club itself's always drawn the right people to play and to support the club. Pretty much been president, coach, chairman selectors. Yeah, been involved for 20 or 30 years. My parents, well, my dad played back in the early 70s, and as a 6-year-old kid I watched Dad play, so it was just natural enough for me to be involved, and that's what this club's about. You get the family involved and stay here for life.
This is my 5th year this year. I've been involved for my entire life. Sort of my dad and grandpa played over 200 games here, so.
We believe we're quite unique. Our success is because we recruit the right people. We go out to target the right people to make our club successful.
Gulga are a good opposition, so we've definitely got our work cut out for us. I just like the way the group gels together and that. Everyone's good blokes and everyone sticks together, which is, I mean, you've got to do it.
The addition of a women's footy team this year has grown the Warrnambool community even further.
We're one of the first clubs. There's 4 clubs in the middle that put their hand up to have women's football this year, and in some of our gates itself, the women's football crowd's bigger than a male crowd. That seems to shock a lot of people, but you know, after what the girls have done on the football and the football shows and the Legends game and stuff like that, look, they're fantastic, and you know, we wouldn't be surprised if there's 6 sides next year and growing a junior competition in the next couple of years. So it's really exciting times. Oh, look, I actually coach the girls, and to get here at training, like we struggle to get our male footballers here at 6 o'clock. I've got female footballers here at 5 o'clock wanting to practice their skills and get excited about the fitness challenges that football offers. Fantastic for Greyhound Victoria giving us this opportunity. We have pretty poor lighting facilities. We're going to spend about $12,000 on our lighting facilities over the next 12 months, so certainly that's, you know, a good start to that. We've got a massive fundraiser coming up on Sunday, so that's going to contribute to that as well. So, you know, with the introduction of girls to women's football, we need to have the facilities where we can let them share our lights on a Thursday night. So we need to grow the ground in where the lighting is, so that's what that's about.
Country football clubs are like GRV, they're at the grassroots of the community. Well, we spend over $1 million a year across Victoria with all clubs. We support a lot of clubs and community events across Victoria, including the Leukaemia Foundation, the Cancer Foundations. So it is great to support clubs like Warrnambool. I mean, my mother was born in Naya West, which is not far from Swan Hill, which is not far from Mildura if you're a country person. And to think that young kids who are growing up in a town like that have somewhere to go to play a sport, we love to give back to the community like that. And I really do hope they do win. I have 3 sons, all played football, and you know, sometimes that they come home and you know, you'd say, oh, really, you know, you didn't kick the ball today, but that didn't matter. It's a social event.
Brett said the funds from GRV would go a long way to helping Warrnambool's fundraising efforts.
The couple of grand will be a good start in making our new lights actually come early next year, so I appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
Really great to go and visit the Warrnambool Footy Club last week, but fair to say I did put the moz on them. I went up Thursday night, they'd won 23 in a row, and they lost their second semi on the weekend to Goal by 1 point. They will go through to the prelim tomorrow.
Tell you what, there was only 3 cutaway swatter, which we had a couple of voiceovers.
One that really caught our attention was the handballing to itself.
She's like,
Just getting a bit of training in.
Hey, well done, and congratulations to that footy club. I don't know about you,
great.
Pix, but when you get the polls up, one called Pix, one called Swatter, that would be a nice token of appreciation.
Now, while we are on the topic of the GRV Club Challenge, last week you two ran the truck squarely over our tipster, Master Gun. No. Now, let's just refresh our memory on what exactly you said.
Our tipster, whose name is Master Gun,
gone,
is officially sacked.
Officially has been disposed of.
We're going to go find a new one, Master Gun, unfortunately.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
That was all well and good, except you got it wrong.
Wow.
You said that Shepparton had been given $1,000. Shepparton was actually given $2,350 and became our highest winner for the season. So Mastergun did actually tip 4 out of 8 correct weeks.
It doesn't change our decision. Unlike we have
right?
made the call, Mastergun. Out you go.
I don't know so much.
Come on, you've got to apologise.
I apologise, Master Gun.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I think it's deserved.
You're gone, mate. We're getting someone next year. We've got to take a break.
That's
and
harsh.
when we come back, we'll have the odds and we'll wrap it up, and then we're going to let you go for the rest of the weekend. Thanks, Ros, for joining us. Off the bench with more coming up after this. It's our favourite part of the show, the Celebrate at the Country Races wheel, with lots of goodies to be won each and every week. And the major prize, a $2,500 marquee package at the Kilmore Cup later this year, and that'll be drawn on our Grand Final Eve show. But we need contestants in order to spin the wheel each and every week, so get your entry in, and all the information about celebrating at the country races at countryracing.com.au.
And we're going to rip right into it. It's John Atlee we're playing for from Rochester this week. Good luck to you, John. It's going to be a short spin.
Oh, bad luck. CRB Picnic Essentials. So well done. But we got to continue to move. Picks, time's against us. Time now to jump into the William Hill online racing odds, faster, easier betting. What have we got? Picks. We got the Saturday night game.
Yeah, and I like Sydney. I know Adelaide were really good last week at Sydney. A bit busted up, but I think they'll win the Swans. I can't see them going out in straight sets. They'll bounce back. The next game, of course, we're looking at, or it's a Brownlow medal actually, and Patrick Dangerfield unbackable. You wouldn't think anyone will catch him.
Yep.
$1.25. He continues his great season, and the VFL Premiership.
Yes, 4 teams left.
Well, Casey, the red hot favourites. I think Footscray, the outsiders, can still win it. There you go. I watched them. Very impressive on the weekend. So good luck to all those.
Well done,
teams.
Picks. Thanks to all of our guests. Well done, Ros. Got to take a break. See you same time next week. Good luck to all the teams playing and netball. See you there.